Peace, love, and infinite abundance, soul family. This is your boy, Gemini Moon, representing the Prophet Enoch and the Archangel Metatron. Phew. Let's get into it. Full moon is taking place in Leo between today, February the 8th, and February the 9th, 20 degrees of Leo. Leo represents the fifth house. Leo is the lion, the king slash queen, ruler, the sun. You know, the thing I want to say right now that I just realized yesterday, and mind you, I'm a new astrologer. I'm a new astrologer. I'm new to this field, but it's something that I've been preparing for since the day I was born, to be able to teach and to preach and to use art in the way that I do. I take what I do very, very seriously, and I believe that what I do holds weight amongst tradition, amongst philosophy. It holds weight. There's many astrologers, many seekers and guides, people that utilize this knowledge and this art to create their lives, to become more conscious creators. You know, nothing is absolute truth, although there is universal truths that hold this world together. If not, things would just be chaotic all the time, right? So there has to be order, even in the midst of chaos. There's order. You understand what I'm saying? And even as I speak, I'm receiving so much revelation that, in astrology, Leo is ruled by the sun. Well, every zodiac sign has a ruling planet, right? Isn't that like exciting to think about? Like every planet rules a particular zodiac. Me as a Sagittarius, my sun sign is ruled by Jupiter, by expansion. And so I'm saying all this to say is that, Leo rules the heart, the sun. The sun rules the heart. But just because something rules something, I'm realizing doesn't mean that it has to uphold like what it rules. Does that make sense? Like just because the sun rules Leo doesn't mean that Leo is just the sun. Leo is ruled by the sun, or Leo rules our hearts. But our heart's desire doesn't have to be only fixed on what the sun is showing us. Does that make sense? Okay, maybe not. But I'm just realizing the multi-dimensionality right now of astrology. Every sign has a ruling planet, but just because you're ruled by that planet, it's about breaking out. You understand what I'm saying? Because rulership inclines that I'm ruled. There's a limitation. So this full moon in Leo is about breaking out of limitations, breaking out of your own personal limitations. Like this is a very collective full moon where you're going to be seeing mirrors and you're going to be seeing like things and like pieces of like fractal glass, things within television, things within the internet that show you pieces of this personal story breaking down. So that's why it could feel so big. It could feel like so much of it is so external. But this is very, very personal, personally driven full moon. This is about your personal self. Leo is about, the fifth house is all about satisfaction in a personal way. It's all about what your heart truly wants in the moment. And what everybody desires truly is the freedom to be themselves, to be and express who they are in the moment. So in order for us to get to that true, pure, clear, clairvoyant, very clear point of expression, we're going to have to make some very, very hard but necessary decisions. I'm seeing that show it's an old show on I forget what network it is, but it's a show called Necessary Roughness. I don't know why I'm seeing that flash across my mind. But yeah, this is going to be a point, a mark, a check mark in our soul journey and experience where there's necessary decisions that need to be made in order for us to fully evolve. Venus is in Aries right now as of yesterday. And Venus in Aries is all about making decisions to that keep the peace, that keep you in line with productivity, that helps you to bridge and helps you to connect with people easier. You know, Aries is very assertive. Venus is more peaceful, is more receptive, is much more a softer, even palliative expression, where Aries is much more impactful and kind of crashing in, coming in, you know, that I am. Taurus is all about what I have. So Taurus's main worry is, you know, that they have resources, that they have money, that their relationships, not just Taurus, but all of us, but I'm talking about the Taurus archetype now. You know, so right now we're assessing our needs and we're assessing them, we're assessing our value and we're asserting our value because Venus is our values. You know, food, resources, money, clothes, cars, things that we have that make us feel valuable, that we can possess. You know, because ultimately the fixed signs, especially well, all the fixed signs, but especially like Taurus, Leo, and even like Scorpio, are really about possession. You know, what I have, you know, what I can gain more control of, you know. And right now we're all working right now to gain more control of our lives in the midst of chaos. So this Leo full moon really is asking you to be brave and to be courageous about who you are now, who you truly believe yourself to be. And, you know, the beauty and the art, letting beauty and art define you. You know, don't let the past define you, because we're not in the past. We are here now and we have to worry about what is in front of us. You know, so I may be saying a lot of different things, you know, because the way I'm experiencing this full moon is very, very personally invested. And I wanted to say, you know, that the full moon in Leo is activating new self-awareness. It's activating your true personal power by helping you to shed old narratives and old tales, old thoughts, old constructs. For me, this full moon is happening opposite my Saturn. You know, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, and that, you know, Saturn is, it corresponds really as like change and structure. I said change because it does represent a change. You know, it does represent a change in our lives. And it represents karma. You know, it represents restrictions, goals, and limitations that we have to overcome in order to create a better future, in order to create a better path. You know, so this happening opposite my Saturn in Aquarius. What is the new future that we're building? This full moon is going to help us to build structures that are new. And it's going to help us to stop fighting the old, because the old is dead and gone. This is a very, very karmic full moon. It's truly going to show us how to gain true self-fulfillment so that we can now make that action plan to really step into the field of work that we want to present to the world, so that we can truly be our truest, most highest, authentic version of ourselves. It really also is a full moon about mastership, about God, the ascended masters, and coming into the full form of this ascension. This is all about ascension. Breaking down egoic structures, old egoic structures that have been crystallized and hardened by this political system. Whatever systems or norms and cultural conditioning that has limited us, it's time to break out. There's no hard feelings, but it's time to break away. So that's what I wanted to say about this full moon, you guys. So really use this time to reflect. Use it to ask yourself questions. Ask yourself how you're feeling. Use it to have fun, you know? Have fun and do things that make you feel free, and things that are heart-based, freedom-based, you know, that are not judgment-based. This is about releasing a lot of things. This is a whole, I feel the need to say, this is a whole century's worth of karma that we're clearing today and tomorrow over the next few days. I'm in my bed making this video. I just wanted to talk real quick and give you guys a message. Again, Venus entering Aries. Venus is about pleasure, comfort, relationships, money, conditions. Aries is the god of war. So this is really about merging timelines, merging business with pleasure, merging everything so that we can clear and catch everything up and make everything more edible in a way, making everything more digestible. So I would say also do stomach work. Like, this is a great time for fasting, for juicing, for eating healthy, and allowing that to clear. So thank you guys. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this gave you something to think about moving forward. This is going towards the future. Whatever is not in your future, let it die. Allow it to die. Release it. Scream, yell, hop, jump, and skip. Whatever you got to do, but release it. Because this full moon in Leo, Leo is the king. You know, Leo bears prophecy. Leo is about prophecy. Leo does tell the future. It's the sun. Sun rules the times. So the sun continues to move. It falls and then it rises. You know, this is about God. This is about real truth and real love. So I love y'all. Peace, love, and light. This is Gemini Moon representing the prophet Enoch, the lost prophets, Archangel Metatron. Pew. So I just wanted to actually add something else to this full moon in Leo report. There's a feeling for this full moon in Leo report of resurrection. You know, we're talking about fire here. You know, we're talking about life. We're talking about new expansion. We're talking about the sun. The sun dies every day. You know, the rising and falling of the sun, you know, the sun rising after 3 days, you know, this is eclipsing something in our solar, our self, like our idea of ourself right now is being illuminated. Like, there's subtle ideas of ourselves that is being illuminated, like the things, the hunches and the ideas and the sparks of divinity is like coming into its full spectrum of light so that we can openly receive this and then push out the rest of this energy. Whatever dead parts of our life that we've been trying to resurrect or that we've been struggling with to let die or to resurrect, because there are certain things that have been limp and dormant that need to be done away with and burned up. So that's a part of this full moon too. And then in that, there's going to be a resurrection of the brand new, what actually is a true, what actually holds authentic value, Venus in Aries. So we're going to be dealing also with this grand fire trine with Mars still in Sagittarius, Venus in Mars' sign of Aries, and the full moon in Leo. So this is very, very, very activating. This is very, 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 it's very, very cozy energy too. Like, if this is the time where you want to really take a rest, like this is the time where you want to snuggle up. Like, you know, my blanket is a cheetah blanket, and oddly enough, my grandmother, who's a Leo, gave this to me. And I want nothing more right now than to just be left alone. Like, that's another feeling of this full moon, is being left alone. You know, Leo is very territorial, so it's about its own personal comforts and needs being met. That's the thing about Leo, is that it makes sure that its own personal needs are met. You know, it's independent. So there is this feeling of separating to gain more clarity. Like, this is a time where if you need to get away, just get away and find a way to do that. And the situations in life are going to be forcing you to get away so that you can fully step into the clarity that you need. So I just wanted to put that out there, that this is a very resurrecting full moon. You know, it's about activating the starseed DNA. You know, the sun is a star. So this is about activating our true essence, Starseed DNA, you know, our cosmic ancestry, clearing that karma so that we could focus on what the new beginning is, the resurrection, what is being resurrected and what is new that is being jump started now. This is giving us a solar recharge, a soul recharge, so that we can make decisions from our highest mind, you know, opposite of Leo is Aquarius, which is the higher mind. You know, so I just wanted to come in and make that clear. And yeah, you guys enjoy this full moon. Gemini moon representing the prophet Enoch and Archangel Metatron. Out.